Okay, let's unpack this. Today, we're diving deep into something really significant, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie's return to long-form fiction. Her new novel, Dream Count.
Yeah, it's been a long wait, hasn't it? Over a decade since her last novel.
Exactly. I mean, everyone knows Half of a Yellow Sun, Americana. Her essays are so influential, too. But a novel, it feels like a big moment.
It absolutely is. And our mission here, for you listening, is to really pull out the key stuff from Dream Count.
What makes it tick?
Right. The story, the characters, the feeling of it,
Yeah.
themes, how people reacted. And what's fascinating is how it feels. Well, both incredibly personal, but also speaks to everyone.
Universal.
Yes, universally resonant. It's mostly set during that really strange quiet time, early COVID pandemic,
The disorienting stillness, yeah.
and it brings together four women. Chiaka, Zipporah, Omalagor, and Kadiatu. Different lives, but their stories weave together.
Creating this kind of mosaic you mentioned.
Exactly. A mosaic of, like, longing, being alone, strength, injustice, but also hope. That hope of connection underneath it all.
So this deep dive is sort of a way for you, the listener, to get right to the heart of it.
That's the idea. A shortcut to understanding what's really important in this book.
Yeah.
What it says about, well, us.
Okay, sounds good. Let's start with Chiamaka then. She's Nigerian, living in Maryland, a travel writer.
Right. And her whole identity, her whole way of being is travel. Then lockdown hits.
And it's just gone. Impossible.
Yeah. So she's left with this silence, a restless, almost suffocating quiet.
And in that quiet, she starts looking back, past relationships.
Uh-huh. And there's this feeling growing, this sense that maybe her life has just been slipping by, unnoticed.
Oof.
And Chiamaka, she really embodies this very modern crisis, I think. This yearning, not just for company, but for real recognition, to be properly known.
Deeply known, vulnerably.
Yes. And she starts to realize maybe she never has been truly seen.
Her story sounds like it taps into that pandemic feeling lots of us had. That pause making you ask big questions.
Absolutely. What have I actually lived for? And does anyone, like, really know me?
Yeah.
It's a meditation on loneliness, regret, needing to feel anchored in someone else's gaze,
That need to be seen. Wow. Okay, so from that internal journey, let's talk about Zipporah, Chiamaka's best friend.
Right. Zipporah, she's described as brilliant, sharp, very accomplished, a lawyer.
Got it. But her story involves betrayal.
A big one. The
Huh?
father of her child just leaves her, abandons her.
Oh, wow.
So she's facing single motherhood and all the societal expectations that come with that, especially perhaps in certain communities.
So Adichie uses this personal heartbreak to look at something bigger.
Definitely. It's not just about a breakup.
Yeah.
It's a deeper look at betrayal,
Mhm.
trust, and that tension between what society expects, particularly of women, and individual freedom.
Right.
Zipporah has to wrestle with these really tough, intimate questions, like, should a woman sacrifice her dignity just to tick the family box? Is forgiveness something you owe someone, or can it actually trap you?
That's a challenging thought. Forgiveness as a prison.
Yeah. And can her ambitions survive alongside motherhood when the world is watching every move? Her journey is about rebuilding trust, not just in other people, but crucially, in herself, her own strength.
Okay, so rebuilding trust in herself first. That feels key. Let's move to Omalagor. She's Chiamaka's cousin, right? But a very different life track.
Markedly different, yeah.
Yeah.
She used to be this high-flying executive, Nigerian banking, power, money, recognition.
And she gave that up.
She did, for graduate studies in the U.S.
That sounds bold, maybe even risky.
It looks bold, absolutely, but underneath there's a lot of turbulence. She really struggles with leaving that life behind, that identity.
Losing the status.
Exactly. In the U.S., she's not the powerful banker. She's just another grad student, forced into this kind of humility, obscurity almost.
And that forces a reckoning.
A big one. This stripping away of all the external stuff makes her face parts of herself she'd managed to avoid for a long time.
Her story sounds like it would resonate with anyone who's ever moved, left home for something else.
Oh, for sure. That theme of exile, ambition, identity, that constant pull between your past achievements and this uncertain future, belonging versus alienation.
It's about finding out who you are without, as you put it, the armor of her former titles.
Precisely. Who is she when all that is gone?
That's powerful. Okay, the fourth woman, Kadiatu. She's Chiamaka's housekeeper.
Yes.
Yeah.
Originally from Guinea, trying to build a stable life, find dignity in the U.S. for herself and her child.
And her story takes a darker turn, you said.
It does. Violence enters her life. And her story really echoes the struggles of so many marginalized women whose voices just aren't heard.
Whose stories get silenced.
Exactly. And through Katia too, Adichie's doing something important, part of her larger moral project, I think. Giving voice, giving humanity to people often dismissed or just erased by the main stories we hear.
Like giving substance to statistics.
Yes. And apparently this part was partly inspired by a real case, Nafissatou Diallo. That case brought up huge questions about power, consent.
Right, I remember that.
Yeah. But Katia too isn't just portrayed as a victim. That's crucial. She is fighting to hold on to her dignity, protect her child.
Resilience.
Huge resilience. Her story is a stark reminder that justice isn't some abstract idea. It's deeply human, essential, and sadly so often denied.
So these four threads, Chiamaka, Zikora, Omalagora, Karitu, Adichie weaves them together. How does that work? Do their lives directly intersect much?
Sometimes directly, sometimes more thematically. They echo each other.
Yeah.
Adichie creates this polyphony of voices, like different instruments playing distinct melodies that harmonize.
Tapestry revealing itself.
That's a great way to put it. And if you step back and look at that tapestry, some key themes really stand out, woven through all the stories.
Okay, like what?
Well, first, the pandemic. It's not just the setting. It acts on them. It's a catalyst.
Amplifying the isolation, forcing the confrontation.
Exactly. Forcing them to face their real selves.
Yeah.
And there's this complex thing around female solidarity and loneliness.
How they connect, even in their separate struggles.
Right? They share these experiences. Abandonment, betrayal, resilience. And there's a solidarity that grows out of recognizing that in each other, even if it's quiet.
A shared understanding.
And third, this deep, universal desire for authenticity, to be really seen, known without pretending. That's a core search for all of them.
Whether they realize it or not.
Yeah. And finally, especially through Kiriato, this theme of justice and storytelling, Adichie's mission to, rebalance the narrative, give voice where there's been silence, assert the dignity of every single life.
It sounds incredibly layered. How did the critics receive it? It's been so anticipated.
Overwhelmingly positive, really. Praise for being bold, morally urgent, emotionally devastating, but in this quiet way.
Any specific quotes stand out?
Yeah, The Guardian had a great line, a story built of featherlight sentences that land with devastating weight.
Oh, that's good.
The Financial Times called the writing crystal clear, morally furious yet full of tenderness.
Wow. Morally furious but tender. That's quite a combination.
Isn't it? And AP News really liked the way she wove the four lives together, that vibrant energy.
So mostly rave reviews. Any criticisms or nuances?
Well, some critics did point out the structure. Because it's these separate but linked stories, it feels maybe looser than a novel with one single driving plot.
Less conventional plot-wise.
Right. But many saw that as a strength, actually. It resists easy answers, neat endings. It reflects life more, maybe.
Where stories run parallel and echo, but don't always perfectly intersect.
Exactly. Life isn't always neat. Its strength is in how these separate stories resonate together.
So wrapping this up then, what's the big takeaway for us, for you listening?
I mean, Dream Count is more than just four stories. It feels like a collective meditation on womanhood, yes, but also solitude, and how stubbornly resilient our dreams can be.
And these characters, Chiamaka, Zikora, Omalagor, Kariatu, they act like mirrors, don't they?
They really do. You see your own stuff reflected back, your longings, regrets, maybe betrayals you faced, ambitions, those quiet moments where you just kept going.
It connects to your own life.
Definitely. And Adichie's return here, it's just such a powerful reminder of what stories can do. Not just entertain, but bear witness, heal, maybe, restore things we've ignored.
Highlighting the dignity in every life.
Yeah. Every life, no matter how overlooked it might seem, has depth, has dignity, and has a dream worth paying attention to, worth honoring.
So a final thought for you listening. Maybe think about your own pandemic pause, if you had one, or just any time of quiet or solitude. Did it force you to confront things?
How do your own unspoken longings, your own quiet acts of resilience connect you to this bigger human picture? Even when we feel isolated, maybe our stories are what link us.
And maybe there's strength in that connection.
Yeah, maybe that's where we find it.